Hope is there, nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. And I trust that sweetest friend, but only trust in Jesus. On every voice, hope is bent on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest friend, but only trust in Jesus' name. Christ alone, cornerstone, we made strong, and save His blood to the dark storm. He is the Lord, Lord. When darkness seems to hide its face, I rest on His unchanging grace. Every heart, stormy day, my anchor holds within. My anchor holds within. Christ alone, cornerstone, we made strong, in His love, through the storm. He is the Lord, Lord Christ alone. Only I in found trust in His righteousness alone. All the stand before. Hello, everybody. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you in the comments. Hello, everybody. I can see some people are online. My name is Enifome, and I am a change maker. I want to see the change makers in the comments. Yeah, I can see some comments. Hi Peace. Hi Joyce. Hi Tomilola. I want to see more. Mac-Ann. Yes, I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more. Welcome. While waiting for others, Joyce Tima says we are here. Okay. Peace, J, and peace, and I'm a change maker. I love the energy. Thank you very much, Peace. Thank you. My name is Enifome, and it's a pleasure to be the official MC for the very first Dear Changemaker conference. And I see the drum rolls in the comment section. If you are happy and you are excited to be here, I love the energy that Peace is bringing. She says, I am Peace and I'm a change maker. I want to see the comments. You should be proud. If you're a change maker, you should be proud. It's a good thing, it's a great thing, it's an honorable thing to be a change maker. And the change maker has to be bold. So let the boldness begin. I want to see the comments. I can see Deborah. Deborah is dancing. Yes, Mac-Ann is giving us some drum rolls. Hi, John Oshikoya. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Deborah. Thank you very much for being here. We don't take your attendance for granted. And on behalf of the Vera Alex Coaching Company, I say welcome again to the very first Dear Changemaker Conference. So we have very wonderful speakers, passionate change makers that are here waiting, ready, qualified to speak to you today, who are very passionate about social impact. But first, I want to be sure that I have the right audience in the house today. I want to know from you, who is a change maker? Let me see it in the comments. Who is a change maker? I want to see it in the comments. I know the answer, but I won't tell you. I want to see it in the comments. Who is a change maker? Let's go. Where's the energy? Where's peace? Joyce, yes. Who is a change maker? I want to see. Joyce says she's happy to be here. I'm happy as well. Thank you for being happy. So I want to see the definition of change maker. Yes, Elizabeth Achimogu says, I'm a change maker. Yes, you are. But I want to know, what is a change maker? Who is a change maker? Why are you a change maker? I want to see your comments. I want to see your comments, and I want to be sure that I have the right audience before I bring in my speakers. All right? So who is a change maker? I'm waiting for your comments. Who is the change maker? Where's peace with the energy? Where's Joyce? I want to see your comments. Who is the change maker? Or do you have a name that you don't know the meaning? Imagine Elizabeth ask you, hi Elizabeth, what's the meaning of your name? Oops, I don't know. And I'm sure you know who a change maker is. Okay, I can see peace. A change maker is someone who impacts the society positively. Drum roll for peace, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody else? Okay, John Oshikoya says, one who is ready to impact the life of others in the society. I love it, I love it. Bring it on, bring it on. McCann says, a change maker identifies a problem and creates a solution tailored to solve the problem. Professor McCann. What? I love it, I love it, I love it. Keep it coming, keep it coming. I'm waiting for your comments. Is that all we have? I want to be sure that that's all we have. Is that all we have? Is that all we have? Okay. So since you have defined, at least I have like 5 or 4 definitions. That's fine. So now I want to go a step further. Like I said earlier, a change maker has to be bold, right? I remember, going to the NIN office to register for my NIN, and there was a lady that was there. She was a young girl, an adolescent. She was very timid and shy, and she apparently did not have her WAEC ID card, which was the hard copy, the physical one. And this security man was saying, leave this place now. You cannot do your NIN. And I'm like, soft copy, hard copy, what's the difference? We live in the digital age. But this girl was just looking, and the guy said she should go, and she was ready to go. And I said, excuse me, can I know the difference between the soft copy and the hard copy? It's still the same person that's inside, still the same details. After everything, the guy didn't want to answer her. I insisted. I said, answer this lady. To my greatest surprise, there were some elderly people that were there. They were elderly, but they were saying the girl should go and collect her hard copy, which was very far. This was like very early in the morning, but I insisted that he should attend to this girl. And he eventually did. And she came and said, thank you very much, ma. I said, thank you, but have you learned something today? Fight for what you want. Speak boldly. Do not let people intimidate you for something you know that is right. Having said that, a change maker is bold, and I want to say it there. Yes, I want to say, put your name there. My name is this, I'm a change maker. All right, let me see it. Let me see it. Peace says, I impact my society in a super fantastic way. Peace, I love your energy. I should see you and give you a hug. I love your energy. Enenu Emanuela Agada says, I am Emanuela, and I am a change maker. I love this energy. Bring it on. Bring it on. I want to see your name. I am this, or my name is this. I'm a change maker. Say it with your full chest. I want to see it. I want to see it. When I speak with my full chest. I speak with my full chest, so you should do the same. Are you ready? My name is Peace, and I'm a change maker. I love it. Anybody else? I can see we have like 20 people on the live. Yes, I want to see as many people say, my name is this, I'm a change maker. Because I need to be sure that when I bring in my speakers, you would be the right audience to hear what they have to say to you. Okay? Or is it only Emanuela and Peace that are change makers here? That are both change makers here? Makan, I'm waiting for you. Joy, I'm waiting for you. John, I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you. I am waiting for you. I want to see the comments. Boldness is an attribute of a change maker. I want to see the comments there. Are you proud to be a change maker? Say it with your full chest. With your full chest. Things are happening in the world. If there's any time that we need change makers, it is now. It is now. So dear change maker, arise. It is now. The world needs your voice. The world is waiting for your change. The world is waiting for your manifestation. And so I put it to you that you are a very important personality at this time. You should be proud of yourself. It is not easy to be a change maker. It's not beans. It is not rice. It is not Gary. Apologies to my international audience. I'm not sure you know what beans means. I'm not sure you know what rice means, at least Nigerian rice. You're invited to come and try it out. Okay, my name is Ann, and I am a change maker. I wish I could see your faces in your houses, just with your full chest. With your full chest. I am Stanley Ugo. I beg your pardon. I'm very, very sorry. I hope I did not murder your name. I am a change maker. John Oshinkoya says, on behalf of all of us yet to comment, we are all change makers. That's why we are here, to change the world positively. I love it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. My name is Pendo Untumbaro. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm so glad to know I'm a change maker. Yes, 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 please. You totally are, and you should be proud. All right? I'm about to bring on a very wonderful speaker. Now we have three amazing speakers who, like I said earlier, four actually, four amazing speakers, including our convener, who are very passionate about social impact. They are world-renowned change makers, and they're doing amazing. They're people that are qualified and ready to speak to you today. So please, remove all distractions. Tell those people in your house to leave you alone. Bring out your biro, bring out your notepad, get your questions ready, because we're about to bring in one person who is described as the unconventional thinker. He is the founder and principal of TribeNest, a leading creative intelligence company dedicated to building intelligent brands, high-performing human capital, and corporate success. He is an unconventional thinker, like I said earlier, an esteemed conference speaker, human resource management expert, real estate and hospitality management enthusiast, instructional learning designer, business acumen strategist, book project consultant, and a personal development thought leader. I need to see your drum rolls. Are you seeing this profile? Dotun holds a bachelor's degree in industrial chemistry from the Premier University of Education, Tai Solari. He is an alumni of the Leadership Coaching Academy. He is passionate about social impact and human capacity development, with a special focus on helping individuals reach their highest potential and achieve relevance in life. Does that sound like something you want? In order to make this a reality, Dotun has initiated platforms such as Seekers Hub, a forum for job seekers and entrepreneurs, Graduate Accelerate Program, and Employability Skills Acquisition Project for undergraduates, and the SME Box, which continues to impact thousands around the globe. Dotun has consulted and provided training extensively for corporate organizations, individuals, and groups on influencing behavioral change through process development or direct personal interventions. Solutions, principally, Dotun develops content for capacity building, training and development, life coaching, business systems, etc., etc. The person I'm about to bring now, like you've already seen in his profile, he is an amazing gentleman. He is an unconventional thinker. He's an astute writer. He's a trainer, and over time he has become a key member of faculty of various organizations and training institutions in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see the drum rolls as we bring Dotun Salam. Give me your name, past present. Let me see the drum rolls.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. If you can hear me, I want to see you in the comment section. If you can hear me clear, loud and clear. Good afternoon. Okay, so I would like to first express my admiration for the decision you have made today to be a change maker. You know, it's actually not an easy task to try and change a conventional thing that's remaining in a state where you might not necessarily understand what it is that caused it, but you try your best to change it. And with that, I would like to say thank you very much for joining us here today. And also, I would like to also extend my heartfelt greetings to my dear friend, Alex, for the work she's doing with our team. You guys are really doing well, and thank you very much for being here today. Also, I recognize the presence of Ibironke Urotimi. Thank you all. All right, let's cut the chase. What am I here to talk about? My topic here today simply is leveraging relevant resources for effective impact. I'm here to talk about how to leverage relevant resources for effective impact. And at the end of my session, you understand what those relevant resources you have to leverage on are. You know, it's rightly said that an object will continually remain in a state of rest until a relevant force. Note the emphasis on relevant. a relevant force is acted upon by a relevant force. That is to let you know that until you apply the relevant push to something, it doesn't change. The wake of COVID-19 pandemic actually ushered us all into this peculiar time that we all live in. And it is right to let you know as well that we all have an essential part to play in this new paradigm that we all exist in. The pandemic actually introduced us to a number of dogmatic changes in the way we interact, the way we live, the way we work, and also even the way we shop. In fact, so many organizations actually have to shift pace. So in this sense, it is right for you also to understand this, that change is not only overcoming inertia as much as it is about redirecting, guiding and tweaking what already is doable and also what has been done. Dear change maker, we must believe that we can make choices and those choices can alter the world. The lockdown also made me realize one thing that is so profound, that we only live once. If you do it right, that once is enough. And this is to let you know that it's either you get busy living or you get busy dying. Either way, you are here on earth to mark time. And for you not to do that in vain, you must definitely try your best to give a meaning to this life you are living, which I believe giving meaning to the life we are living here on earth is definitely the core essence of our existence. A true change maker is one who is aware of the limitations that betie us or even our natural existence, our social well-being in this sphere, and is willing to do something, is willing to change the status quo by setting in motion activities that will cause positive impacts. According to Martin Luther King Jr., the most persistent and urgent question is what you are doing for others. What you make happen for others is definitely what you'll be remembered for even after your transition, which means your ultimate legacy is in the things you allow to happen or the things you let go. Either way, something will definitely change. And one thing that you should understand is that one major factor, some factors rather, that are cognate to people, to change makers that the globe has experienced today, is in the strength of their character, their conviction, their love for social justice, and their inequality, their love for inequality. Yes, in trying to do something outside of dominant structure, there is no easy place for you. You will most likely have to do so many things on your own. However, this doesn't have to be so in your own case, especially when you're trying to make a meaningful impact, because there are relevant resources you can leverage on for meaningful impact. It's rarely said that a step in the right direction increases your chance of achieving something great, even something greater than you. And also, I'm reminded of some notable change makers around the world, especially Africa, who through their arts, through their skills, and even their voices, they've gone beyond mere dreaming about making a difference, but took the bold step to create that meaningful change that they desire to see. I would first like to tell you about my own personal journey into this, the desire, what brought about the desire to start making changes and also to do things differently. One of these for me was the fact that, at the year 2012 rather, I was a young man in university, and also what happened was a religious decision I made actually made my parents disown me, and this actually introduced me to the world of people who actually don't really have the resources I've been entitled to over time. And as I realized the fact that there are so many people out there who do not have even the bits, the list of what I was enjoying while I was still receiving resources and all those benefits, you know what I mean, from my parents. And one of the ways I tried to change these and also try to impact people's life was that though I didn't have the resources to do it, I didn't have all the tangible resources available, but I tried my best to gather my friends together, about 15 of us, gather our resources, then we went into orphanages, gave them gifts, and also at least to put a smile on their faces. And of course, we went to hospitals and other places also. And I'm also reminded of this special lady, Amy So, a Mauritanian painter who uses her artwork to end violence against women. And what about this special human being, Aminu Ahmed, who looked beyond his own limitation? He was paralyzed with polio, by polio rather, but he went on to manufacture tricycles and sell it in order for children with disabilities to attend school. Then there's this young man in my country here in Nigeria. His name is Jide Martins. Jide actually decided to start a company called Comic Republic to create African superheroes for African children, for them to be inspired. Then most recently, I came across someone online. His name is Charles Muli. You can watch the movie on YouTube as well. It's there. You know, this Kenyan businessman and social entrepreneur, he was abandoned at the age of 6 by his parents, by his family. And throughout his adolescent years, he was begging on the streets of Kenya. And for him to change his life, yes, he went to primary school, then he could not afford secondary education. And for him to change his life, he trekked walking 70 kilometers to Nairobi for him to get a job. And from there, he started building his life. He bought his first car, then used it for transportation. And from there on and on, his life started changing. And this ultimately, so the turnaround for this man was when he was driving and the children on the street stormed his car and he realized the fact that this was the life he was living before. And that's made him sell most of his businesses and focus on bringing in children. And even to date, this man has raised on his own with his wife, without any government support. He has raised over 13,000 children. And lastly, I would like to talk about a very important person also in Africa, who I believe this man is an unsung hero in the history of Africa. His name is Seretse Khama. He was the first president of Botswana. You know, one thing that was really different about this guy was the fact that his own personal conviction was what even made his kinsmen and even international communities to reject him. And what happened was he fell in love with a British woman, and because he was supposed to take over from his uncle as the leader of his country, but because it's Africa and also South Africa, who was like a neighboring state to them, was already fully subscribed to apartheid, and that is racial segregation. And you know, it was really rare in Africa back then for you to be married to someone from another race. But this guy decided to marry someone because that was where he found love, and he found love with them. But one thing that made it different for him was the fact that through his conviction, compassion, and his commitment to his people, he was able to convince his kinsmen that he can lead them very well. Though the British Empire had already deemed him unfit for leadership, but this man, through his commitment and his compassion, he was able to convince his people that he can lead them. And with this, he was able to transform the fortune of his nation by being the first person to bring to their awareness that there is diamond in their country. And he was also able to do this as well to also facilitate their independence. And lastly, I would like to appreciate one amazing young woman here who, through our platform, we are all here having the voice to be a change maker, the person of Alex. She's doing amazingly well. And these are notable change makers in Africa who you can learn from. You know, Maya Angelou said something so profound. He said, nothing can dim light that shines from within. So to truly shine and cause effective social impact, you must understand and be able to leverage the potency of these important factors. And I'll mention three. The three factors that I believe, the three major resources that I believe is leverage as a social impact or a change maker and a social influencer. Number one is relationship. And the second one is how reliable you are or how referable you are. Then also how reachable you are. I said your relationship with people, how reliable you are, or how referable you are, and how reachable you are. That's it. Now, I'll say this, that the quality of your relationship with people before you, the people around you, that is your colleagues, the people before you, talks about your subordinates, your proteges, the people ahead of you, your mentors, your superior. The quality of your relationship with these three people will determine to a great extent the success of your social impact adventure. You may not own or have all the tangible resources required for you to accomplish your ambition, or to fulfill them. With the right people in your corner and with the right thing, you surely got everything. You know, someone rightly said, he said, the best thing to hold on to in life is each other. So to accomplish something worthwhile, you need people. You can't do it alone. Secondly, being reachable cannot be overemphasized. You know, being reachable and being reliable rather, and also being preferable. It is very essential. It is essentially being reliable is essentially dependent on how well you have developed yourself, your staying power, how trustworthy you are, and also you must learn how to see things through to completion. Once you start them, you must never compromise excellence. Don't just be a starter, you must also be a finisher. It depends, it's also experience to note that your journey as a change maker is limitless, and this journey as a change maker, as a social influencer, must and will transcend you. Even you will transcend your own existence if you do it well. And lastly, the last resource that I would like to talk about here is how reachable you are. You must learn how to leverage on technological tools. No one would truly desire to make a meaningful, substantial impact should shy away from being seen. There's no pride in being shy, okay? So you should not shy away from being seen. You should ensure that you are seen and your voice is heard, especially when you are committed to a particular cause. That is, you must be able to identify with the cause so much that you are able to maximize every means possible. And one of the two major means that I would like to talk about as well is the new media and also traditional media, leveraging on every social media platform available. And if you have every means possible, or you have the access to traditional media as well, you can also leverage on these things to make sure your voice is heard, okay? And in conclusion, I would like to say this. It is appropriate to say that to live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people only exist actually, and that is all for them. But one thing that you should realize is that it is innate in every individual right of childhood. So always find the desire or the eagerness, the abilities instilled in us from childhood, to nurture something. And this is why it was easier for most of us here to play with dolls or even mundane things like other toys which were lifeless, because we're always looking for how to give meaning to things. So for you to give meaning to this life that you are living right now, you must really live it to serve others and make a meaningful impact in your society. You know, it is not in the meaning of your life, and the most important thing about your life is not in the length of it, but most importantly, the depth of it. And to register your name in the ageless log of time, you must ensure you serve humanity as a change maker. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Salam.
Amazing. I love the way he says his name. My name is Dr. Salam. Respect. Thank you very much for that amazing speech. How many of us have learned something? How many of us have learned something? I want to see what you learned. Type it. I want to see what you learned. What is that one thing that you are taking away from Dr. Salam's session? I want to see it in the comments. I took notes. I'm going to be reading my notes, at least 3 sentences of my notes. He said, get busy living or get busy dying. That's so profound. If you're not living, you're dying. There's nothing like a middle ground. If you're not living, you're dying. And to really live, you have to live for others. He said, what you make happen for others is what you will be remembered for after your transition. So I'd like to ask, what would you like to be remembered for? That's a food for thought, something you should take home. But I still want to see what you're taking away right now from this session, from everything that Dr. Salam has said. I want to see one thing that you're taking away from everything he has said. It was rich. I didn't want him to stop. He's really a consultant. I must salute you, Mr. Dr. Salam, for that amazing speech. But I want to see you a change maker. Being a change maker means paying attention. It means putting yourself down to learn also from people that have gone ahead of you. So I want to see it in the comments. What is that one thing you're taking away from this session? I'm waiting for you. I'll start calling your names. And then Emanuela, I'm waiting for you. Peace, I'm waiting for you. Something else he said is to live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people only exist. What a tragedy. That will not be your portion. That will not be your testimony. So I want to see it. I want to see it. And Nemu says, leveraging on tech and new media. Amazing. Anybody else? Anybody else? When you share, it sticks. So share boldly. Remember, change makers are bold. So share boldly. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Get your questions ready. Get your questions ready. A Google link will be posted shortly in the comments. Get your questions ready. You can click the link and ask your questions, and your questions will be taken. So get your questions ready because I'm about to bring our next speaker. Yes, Joyce says, I learned that I have to be strong, capable in order to be a change maker, that I had to be able to finish what I have started diligently. Yes. Thank you, Joyce, for sharing. John Oshinkoya says, may God grant us who truthfully desire to impact the lives of people in the society the grace to do so with joy, despite forces around who might want to hinder us from doing so. We are change makers. Amen to your prayer. All right, Makan says, use every medium available to make your voice heard. Thank you so much for sharing. Who is ready for our next speaker? Let me see it in the comments. Let me see. Let me see it in the comments. Who is ready? Pete says, leveraging on relationship. We all need people. Oh my gosh, that is so profound. Emanuela says, thank you so much, Mr. Dodson. Truly impactful, Mr. Dodson. That's a thank you for you. I want to see the drum roll. Who is ready for our next speaker? If I don't do the drum rolls, I won't bring her on. Yes, she's a she. I'm waiting for your drum roll. Who's excited? Who's excited to hear from our next speaker? Pete says, I'm ready. Who is this Pete? I need to meet you. I love your energy. Okay, it's a pleasure to bring in someone who I describe as a bundle of talent. I was going through her profile and I was like, whoosh, whoosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring to you a bundle of talents. She is a marketing communications professional, an entrepreneur, humanitarian, reputation management expert, public speaker, coach, and a writer. A computer science graduate with a major in management information systems from the North American University, Udebe. Precious has spearheaded the launch of many business ventures. She currently runs Reveal Consult, a marketing communications agency. She also runs Bradley Fashion House, a fashion and image consulting outfit that ensures people look great at most affordable rates. I should book you. A passionate social entrepreneur, Precious founded and serves as volunteer for the Stellar Initiative, a non-profit organization dedicated to raising exceptional leaders, equipped and fit for world leadership, with her vision to train over 10 million people, both educationally and vocationally. The Stellar Initiative, which started in 2016, has reached over 20,000 young adults, both in rural and urban communities. She has spoken on different notable platforms on a wide range of topics, including entrepreneurship, leadership, gender equality, education, and youth development. Precious is a recipient of multiple awards. She loves meeting new people and traveling. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Some just happen right now. Some just happen right now. Some just happen right now. I love to have fun, man. If you don't know me, my name is Enrico, man. Like I said earlier, I'm a change maker. So I just got word that I need to hold on. So I want to see. Oh, we still have people dropping comments. I want to see who's excited. Who's excited to receive our speaker? And then Emanuela says, discovering the purpose for life gives life meaning. Hey! I love it. Starting and finishing, living for others. All these students are the ones that used to carry A. Only you 3 points. Well done. Okay, so I'm being told that I have to bring up the other speaker. Yeah. And she's also a woman. So I'm about to introduce to you somebody who is very special, precious. You know, we women, we have a way of taking our time. You know, so when Precious comes, she just come and finish the work, scatter everywhere. Understand? All right. So right about now, I'm about to bring to you another speaker. Joyce is still typing. Hey, be able to create a relationship with people. Amazing, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring to you someone who is a teens coach and a very frequent face on the popular TV show Robin Minds. Ibironke Olurotimi is a development consultant, skilled facilitator, and L&D expert. Her experience spans across the private and non-profit sectors. She currently works with a development consultancy that specializes in the research, design, implementation, support, and evaluation of education programs, projects, and initiatives across the public, private, and non-profit sectors. With over a decade of work experience, she provides capacity development support to organizations and professionals working in the development sector, as well as the program management leadership at the organization's Learning Academy. She also runs Clarity Coaching and Consulting, which is an education consultancy that provides capacity development support to schools and students across Nigeria. Ibironke Olurotimi is an advocate of education as a catalyst for national economic development. She holds a Bachelor of Science degree in botany from the Obafemi Awolowo University. Do we have alumni of that here? A postgraduate diploma in education from the National Open University of Nigeria, and a postgraduate certification in social innovation management from Amani Institute, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, I know your hands are not so easy because you're a change maker. You're here for us. We are here for you. This is what we signed up for. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me see the drum rolls as I bring Ibironke Olurotimi, a passionate change maker. I want to see the drum rolls. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jenny, for me. We're having a great time. I hope everyone is having a great time. I'm so happy to be here, and just listening to the last speaker, I really appreciate Africa change makers. And like the MC has said, the anchor has said, please know that you are a change maker, and what you're doing right in your space is very significant. So this afternoon, I'll be speaking on business or job and opportunities to change the world. I'm sure we all know that being alive is a unique opportunity to change the world. So whatever it is that you're doing, know it that it is very significant. So I'll start. Margaret Mead once said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. I'm sure you know that. You'd have heard that quote at some point. These words continue to ring through, and we can see many instances, like the previous speaker has mentioned, so many people who continue to defy the odds and are driven by passion, purpose, and a love for people, and continue to make meaningful change in their communities. We see people like Mandela, who is like our most frequent example that we use, like Kwame Nkrumah, like Olusegun Obasanjo, and several other people who are doing amazing work, especially in our generation. According to a University of Evansville publication on More Than Simply Doing Good, change making means taking creative action to solve social problems. A change maker is someone who is usually moved by empathy for others and is driven by a genuine goal of making the world a better place, either as an employee, a business leader, or a business owner. I'm sure we all know, and we continue to hear this, that youth have not just been named as the leaders of tomorrow, they are the leaders of today. And it's for a purpose. And an investment in youth of this sort will never go wrong. So at this point, I would like to say a very big thank you to Vera Alex Coaching Company for this great platform and for continuing to impact the life of the youth, because youth are nation builders. To tell you how significant this population is, our population, the United Nations projects that in the year 2050, Nigeria will become the world's third largest population. And I'm sure you're saying, wow, yes. I believe that life skills education is a great way to solving the skills gap for Nigeria's majority population. I'm sure you are aware by now that Nigeria's population is a youth population, and Africa as a whole has the largest youth population globally. Drilling down to the theme of this conference, having a job or running a business or a social enterprise should not be a debate, as you can either be both, especially in this current gig economy. Coupled with the effects of the pandemic, you can be both an employee, a business leader, and also a business owner. The whole idea is you can be a change maker either as a business owner, an employee serving someone else's vision, or as a business owner. Your job or your business is a gift, and it's an opportunity to change your community and literally the world. Sometimes a person decides to become a change maker because of a personal problem they've encountered and they need a dire solution to. They believe other people might be going through the same thing, and when they get a solution that becomes tried and tested, it becomes a model. Some even decide to take up this responsibility of change making with the demands of their job or being an employee in an organization. So at this point, I'm going to share 7 traits of change makers with you all. The first trait of a change maker is a change maker has an end in mind. Change makers are driven by a compelling vision. They have a picture in mind and they continue to work towards achieving this vision. And most times galvanize people and systems towards achieving this goal. You can call them people on a mission. I'll use the example of the Paystack story. I can remember clearly how difficult it was to get payment services, especially in foreign currency, several years ago, because of the bureaucracy and cumbersome paperwork involved with commercial banks. Today, we make payments from the comfort of our homes at the touch of a button. These young change makers saw a world where people could make payments in any currency right where they were, unrestricted by time and space. The second trait of a change makers are adaptable and responsive. They are assessors. They continue to assess their environment and they make changes as and when needed. They know that things can change in an instant, and so they are adaptable and they give room for constant change when the need arises. This third trait of a change maker is my favorite. They are courageous and they dare to dream. I'm sure quite a number of you here are very courageous people and you have great dreams. Taking giant strides is hard work, trust me. But change makers recognize that courage births purpose and passion fuels it. I remember myself as a university undergraduate several years ago. I spent my long holidays teaching a bunch of younger teenagers high school chemistry. I did this to ease my parents' financial burden. This experience helped me to learn how to take initiative and adapt to difficult situations. In 2016, I made one of my toughest life decisions by transitioning from an 8-year career in relationship management to education consulting. The critical life skills I acquired as a teenager made my career transition less difficult, and this has fostered my passion for life skills education for teenagers to build a future-ready workforce in Africa. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I wasn't courageous, and I was pushed, pardon me, by my passion to see Africa right. The third trait of a change maker, curiosity. Change makers are curious. They are particular about how the world works, and as such, we continue to look for ways of improving the world. Number 5, change makers are creative. Creativity means the use of imagination or original ideas to create something. They know that a compelling vision might be brought to life through several ideas, and they are open to trying out these ideas. The 6th one, change makers have good people skills. They know that teamwork makes the dream work, and so they continue to leverage the skills and the competencies of other people, and as such continue to build meaningful and lasting relationships. Vera Alex is a great example of a people manager, a change maker who has great people skills. She leverages the skills and the competence of other people to get her work done. Number 7, which happens to be the last but not the least, change makers are action takers. Change makers know that dreams don't birth themselves, people do. They don't wish, they snap out of their bubble of imagination and they get to work. When I decided to go into education consulting, serving the teeming youth population in Africa, I knew there was work to be done. And as such, I rolled up my sleeves and put my skin in the work. Having a 9-to-5, running a social enterprise, or a purely for-profit business enterprise, all rests on one word, value. And value is delivered by skill. Getting good at skill and expertise, together with the traits I mentioned above, will help create meaningful change. Life and 21st century skills like collaboration, emotional intelligence, creativity, and problem solving are not overrated. The role that you occupy in either side of the divide, either as an employee, a business leader, or a business owner, is a gift and a blessing, and you can use it to change your community and the world. Never underestimate your capacity or your role in the grand scheme of things. With the many social problems we are faced with in Africa and in our home country, Nigeria, we are constantly presented with an opportunity to create meaningful change. The harsh economic climate, the high unemployment rates, high infant and maternal mortality rates, all of these and the likes might just be the right recipes for change. I'll leave you with this quote by renowned world leader Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and we are the change. Thank you.
I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. Lord, I've been broken for a while.
Amazing, amazing.
You fixed me. I'm blinded by your grace.
Thank you, thank you. What's your name? DJ what? DJ Polo! You know, giving us some nice music, just making it really, really wonderful and making the knowledge enter. I want to see the Stanley Ugo says, I'm the next speaker. I'm the founder, CEO, ND, field engineer, sole inventor of brand challenges, renewable energy, and robots manufacturer and ventures, importer, exporter. That is what came to my mind as I was reading that. Well done, Stanley. Well done. A very beautiful speaker too. That comment is for you, if you don't care. They said you're a very beautiful speaker. Thank you, the Vera Alex Initiative. Thank you. So I am back again to know how many of us took notes, but I want to know, have we been asking questions? Our speakers are ready for our questions. Have we been asking questions? I want to see your questions. I want to see your questions. Yeah. I want to see your questions. Do you have questions? If you have questions, Google link was posted, right? It was posted in the comments, so kindly drop your questions. I want to know who can tell me the 7 traits of a change maker. Something I did not mention earlier is that we have gifts, cash prizes, yes, for the most engaged attendee. So, Well, we can give gifts to you if you are engaged. I already have someone in mind though. Before people will say that I'm doing, what's the name of that thing again that they say? Like, just let me see. If you've not been engaging things, all things are passed away, all things have become new. Start engaging now. We have cash prizes, okay? But I want to know, what is that one thing you're taking away from the Bureau Care session? It was very short, but power-packed. I took notes as usual. As usual, the day you stop learning, you start dying. So I don't joke with learning. Whether I'm coming to master a ceremony, or I'm just passing by, or I'm in church, or anywhere, I don't joke. That's why we're in the digital age. We have notepad. We have digital notepad. Open your notes, write. Don't be that kind of person that goes to a place and like, you're swelling. No. You can't be a reservoir, you have to be a channel. And if I can hear that, it's been coming up in everything that our speakers have been saying today. Let me share my notes with you while I wait for you to share yours. Change makers have the end in mind. Your body's doing you bish. Stop. You need to understand that there's an end in mind. I love it. Such a profound point. Some of the things you said is that you can call them people on a mission. I always say I'm a woman on a mission, but I didn't even know that it is related to being a change maker. So you are a person on a mission. Let it sink. Let it sink. Say it with your full chest. Stop being afraid. If people are saying all sorts of things with their full chest that is not normal or abnormal or what I would call rubbish, then you, a change maker, should say it with your full chest. Say it with your full chest. She also said, dreams don't birth themselves, people do. I almost screamed like, what? It's a daydream. If you're not, start doing something about your dreams. I mean, that's why you're here. John Oshinkoya said the change maker must be inquisitive and curious. I took that from Mrs. Ibironke, from the 7 points she stated. Thank you very much, John Oshinkoya. Emanuela says, honestly amazing. Yes, I agree. Oluwagumi says, inquisitive mindset. Ask questions. I was one of those students that used to ask questions. I would terrorize my teachers with, Auntie I, it's me. I'm boldly saying it. But it was good because now the things I know, I wouldn't have known them. So never feel shy to ask questions. I love it. Imanala says, we are the ones we are waiting for. We are the change. I almost felt like, why? Where's that place? That's Kwe Majota. We are the change. Yes, we are the change. Your change is not outside, it's in you. You have to be the change. Oluwabumi says, communication / people skill. I love it. Please, we are waiting for your question. Our speakers are still here, and the reason why they are still here is because of you, to take your questions. But right about now, I want to do something very amazing. Many of you have described our last speaker as amazing. Someone said, simply beautiful. Yes. So right now, I want to do something very beautiful and amazing. We want to present a special award to our last speaker, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see those people in the comments. I want to see those people in the comments that have the energy. Who can match my energy apart from this? I'm not feeling it. I ain't feeling it. Oh, hey! You guys give me the memo. Now I'm coming to that. Sorry, I hope I can't hear music. Oh, yeah, I'm last speaker. Just amazing for Stanley says, I'm an inventor of many new technologies. This importer and exporter, you came here to advertise their market. Brother, be coming down. All right. It's my honor. Please, Mrs. Ibironke, can we have you here? We have something to token. But it's a kind of appreciation on behalf of the Alex Coaching Company. I would like to present to you Change Recognition Award in recognition of your contribution, the Change Maker Contribution for Entrepreneurs and Employees 2021. music. I love music. It gives me life. So I didn't get to remember how to function myself to condition. I usually try to be like this, but it doesn't work. Authenticity is one of the traits of a change maker. Be yourself. All right. Do we have questions now? Let me know. Please let me know if you have questions, okay? Wow. Emanuela says all the traits. Number 1, compelling vision. In brackets, galvanize people and organizations. 2, adaptable. 3, courageous. 4, curiosity. 5, creative. 6, good people skills. 7, action takers. Emanuela, what now? We are sorry. We are sorry. We not. We are sorry. Peace says adaptable and responsive. Courageous, adaptable and responsive. Courageous and dare to dream. Curiosity. Who's going to mark the script? Okay, Vera. Alex is going to mark the script. Creative and open to trying out new ideas. I didn't get number 1 of the 7 traits, and you are allowed to copy Emanuela's. Peace says I can dance better than you. Peace, I must look for you. You can dance better than me. How? Well, just maintain this because we're wearing heels and we have to be very professional today. So don't get to say that. Emanuela said it's hard not to be afraid though. It's hard. Why do you feel it's hard? Because people around you will condemn you, or they will say you talk too much, your own is too much, you're too extra. Me, I am the queen of extra. In fact, I'm only mix. Please, sister, your extraness is proportional to your calling, your destiny, while you are here. Look, I have a sister that is an introvert. She's like, hi everyone. She's like, you're Alex. You know, for Alex is when I see her, I'm like, are you in this country? Are you among us? My sister is like that. Hi, hello, please. And she was like, I wish I was like you. You're very extroverted. You're very everywhere. I said, please, God gave me this character, this attribute for my destiny. You have your own for your destiny. All right. So own your uniqueness. Be yourself. Don't be afraid of anyone. Say it. What's the worst that could happen? Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Right? And ask yourself, why am I speaking? What I want to say now, what does it mean? What will it do to somebody else? And say it boldly, don't be afraid. All right, that's for you, Emanuela. Dr. William says, exciting event. This is amazing. I love it. Rahim says, sister, you're so nice. Rahim Jamil says, where's my own? Where's your own what? All right, we have questions. Our speakers are waiting. Don't tell me after all these slides. Yes, invisible slides, because our Dr. Salam gave us. He gave me the consultant guide. I felt it. Don't tell me that after everything our speakers have shared, we don't have questions. Okay, so I'll remind one of our speakers to come and make a comment on what Emanuela said. She says it's hard not to be afraid though. Who would like to take it? If you don't care, Dr. All right, so give it up for Dr. As it comes to, take your comments. Keep the questions coming. If you can't put it on the link, put it here. We'll take it and we'll ask it. Thank you.
Okay, Manuela, if you're listening to me, I would like to first tell you that there's actually no dignity in being shy. So, nobody gives awards to anyone who is shy. You should be able to go all out. Yeah, so personally also, I used to believe, because it's what we learn, so you can unlearn it actually. I used to believe I was an introvert until just the man started demanding something else from me. So being an introvert or an extrovert is a learned trait, and you can unlearn it. Whatever you learn, you can unlearn it. And also, whatever it is that is hindering what you want to do, you can always drop them. So if this truly and rightly answer your question, is that you should not be afraid of going all out to do what you want to do. And regardless of who it is that is against you, there are always so many more people who always support you for what you want to do. And when you are not seeing them, share yourself up. There's a man in the good book said that he encouraged himself. So you can as well encourage yourself. And also you can find strength. You can find strength in also, at least there's one person that will subscribe to your idea. So you can find strength in that and focus on that. And people who need what you offer, they will definitely benefit from it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Salam. If there's one person, there's at least one person that should be soothing to you. There's at least one person. If it's one person, that's enough. That's enough. One person can raise a village. One person can make immense impact. I mean, look at Vera Alex, bringing all of us together to come and speak to you. That's one person. Yeah. So if it's one person, that's enough. Just go for it. Go for it, Emanuela. Please, let's share another in the comments. Let's share out. Somebody say, go, Emanuela. Go, Emanuela. Go, Emanuela. Let's give out some energy, some morale. Go, Emanuela. Yes, this says, really no dignity in being shy. No dignity in being shy. Like, who shy egg? Really, see, many things I've gotten in my life, it was from speaking out. It was from speaking out. See, I always say this thing that your solution is a spoke away. Someone might be there sitting down by your side and the person has a solution. You're there saying, let me not speak out. Speak out, my sister. Speak out, my brother. Yeah, Chris is already saying it. No dignity in being shy. Okay, so we have another question here. Another question here from Emanuela still. Emanuela is going to win our prize. I'm using corner eyes to look at all of you. Ryan, Peace, Juliet. Ask your questions. Let's see your comments. Go, Emanuela. Thank you, Juliet. Emanuela, that comment is for you. Go, Emanuela. Start. Just speak. Do whatever it is that you're feeling led to do or feeling like you're called to do. Stop waiting. Remember what our first speaker said. If you're not living, you're dying. So start living. All right. This question is from Emanuela and it says, I want to impact my community, especially children who are out of school. That has been my passion. But I don't know how to begin. A change maker takes action, but how can that action be taken? How can one conquer the fear of starting? It's not easy to start if you constantly fear what people will say or you fear failure. What if people reject your help? How can you overcome the rejection and keep forging? Interestingly, well, I'll give the speakers the opportunity to speak. So if you don't care, will come and answer your question, Emanuela. Please ask your questions. Our speakers are here for you. So please ask your questions. Thank you.
Emanuela, this is a very beautiful question, and this question always comes up like people always having the questions on when to start, how to start. So I think I would start by saying that there's never a perfect time. There's never a perfect time to start. There's this common saying that the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, the next best time is now. So starting, you have to start now. And when I mean start, I'm not saying start in the sense of you going out to the street and begin to do stuff or implement whatever it is that you have in your mind. So you start with a plan. Remember, in one of the traits of a change maker, I mentioned having the end in mind. So you have to sit down and drop a plan. If you want to help out of school children in Nigeria, it's a very welcome development, because before the pandemic, we had about 10.5 million children out of school in Nigeria, and happens to be the highest in the world. So if you're doing something to reduce that number, fantastic. But I'll give this token of from experience. Start with a plan, like I said. Start with a plan. Draw up a plan of what you want to do. If you want to help out of school children, maybe by helping them get back into school or doing some form of alternative education, I don't know what ideas that you have, but it's good to start with a plan. And when I mean a plan, a very comprehensive one. Trust me if I tell you that it's going to be very lonely at first. will take a time, it will take some time before people will catch up with you or believe in what you're doing, but start. So as you're putting together your plan, begin to look at the resources that you'll be needing, human resource, financial resource, and any kind of resource. So you should do your resource mapping, because there's this verse in the Bible that says that who goes to war without first counting the cost. It's important for you to know the cost of what you are about to go into so that you don't get overwhelmed along the line. And even if you do get overwhelmed, you have an idea of what you need. And when people begin to come to you and ask you how they can help, you know exactly the kind of help that you need from them. I think I'm able to answer your question. Then you said, how can one conquer the fear of starting? Honestly, that fear never goes away. So you just have to do it afraid. Like every single thing that every one of us here that's speaking here today, Vera, Alex, she's doing this afraid. I'm sure she had this in mind some months ago. It was just an idea, and now the idea has come to fruition. She did it afraid, because I'm sure if I ask her now, she has so many fears around this, a number of years. She might not be able to verbalize it and tell us, but she's doing it anyways. So you will never be able to conquer that fear of starting. You just have to start. It's not easy to start if you constantly fear what people will say or failure. Well, I don't know what that means, but I think what I understand from that, you're particular about what people will say. Honestly, people will always say stop. So it's better they say that you tried and you failed than not trying at all. What if people reject your help? How can you overcome the rejection and keep forging? You need to help yourself. We're in a generation where people are particular about what people say. Someone said something on social media, because of that I'm shutting down what I'm doing, or I'm depressed. I'm not saying that people don't get depressed for real, but that is also part of counting the cost and knowing exactly what you're going into. So when you count the cost and you know that this is going to task you in every way possible, it will prepare you for whatever rejection you might come across. When people reject you, don't take their comments to heart, because trust me, that person that is talking you down honestly wants to be like you, but they won't tell you. But until you begin to show results and you begin to see outcomes, people will begin to believe in what you're doing, and then they begin to applaud you. But until then, keep forging ahead and don't allow comments to run you down. So I think I've answered all the questions Manuela asked, and I hope Emanuela has found more clarity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bironke. That was very profound. That was very profound. I love all the things you said. The fear never goes away. As a public speaker, I can tell you that for a fact. Whenever you want to speak, there are the nerves, and we still speak. Yeah, we still speak. We speak anyway. Public speaking is one example of doing that. Maybe you can just start speaking in your own corner. Try if that would help. Public speaking is one way to do it here, because if you can speak to plenty of people, what's the person that wants to come and tell you what does the person want to say? And she said everything. Fear never goes away. And I would add that courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing it in spite of the fear. Everybody is still doing big things. The fear is there. Go and ask them, they'll tell you. So Emanuela, I want to see that I'll get good reports from Vera, Alex, and when we come back, if there's going to be another one, I believe there's going to be another one that you have started, and we will celebrate you in the comments. In fact, I'm celebrating you in advance. Congratulations, Emanuela. All right, so we have the next question, and it says, in a society where the rulers/leaders aren't willing to allow you or your organization to impact the lives of the young people there because you didn't pay them money, etc. Yet, this set of people are less privileged, and you have what can benefit them or help them. Maybe your talent, other skills, etc. How can you still be able to impact their lives or be a change maker in such a society? Or you just move on elsewhere to where you'll be accepted? In other words, Japan. Who's going to answer this question? Who wants to take it? Mr. Dotson, if you're okay. Read again. Okay. In a society where the rulers/leaders aren't willing to allow you or your organization to impact the lives of the young people there because you didn't pay them money, in other words, bribery, etc. Yet this set of people are less privileged. And you have what it takes to benefit them and help them. Maybe your talents, other skills. How can you still be able to impact their lives or be a change maker in such a society? Or do you just move on elsewhere to where you'll be accepted? That's the question. If you reckon. Stay on.
Okay. So I'm going to be speaking from my personal experience. In a society where the rulers and leaders aren't willing to allow you to impact the lives of young people, that first of all, like one of my mentors said during one speech that she had some years ago, she gave the example of frying fish to create social change. And she made a very beautiful analogy there, and she likened the hot oil to the hot climate in Nigeria. I know that currently, the way things are in the country is almost as if they don't want you to thrive in any way. But right in the midst of the hardship, in the midst of the leadership deficit, in the midst of the accountability and the transparency issues that we have around leadership, structures, and systems, people still continue to find their ways of making change in the lives of people, and I mean meaningful change. So what I would say is that how can you still be able to impact their lives or be a change maker in such a society? First, you need to choose your battle. If you go to a place where you're not accepted, you have to move on, especially if it's a system that will stifle what you want to do. So I'll give you an example. Some years ago, I was carrying out an intervention program in a school, and I got the approval of the Universal Basic Education Board to carry out that particular program. And at some point, I was having a bit of a challenge moving on to the next school. Despite the fact that I got an approval for the first school, I needed to get approval for the next school because, of course, what I assumed was that I had leeway in all the schools, but it wasn't the same. Like, I needed to get fresh approval for every school that I went to, especially if they're in different districts, right? And because of the bureaucracy around, getting approval, the person there is different from the person I met the last time, or the person is expecting that I need to give them something before I'm able to get the approval. I had to move on because I, for one, have this value system around no bribery. So I don't bribe people. If I need to get something done and I need to pay to get it done, then I will not do it until I am able to do it without having to pay someone. Because honestly, if we're saying that we want a country where we have equal chances, people can get things without bribing their way through. You don't have to have a certain level of economic access to be able to get things done, then better for us. So what I would say is that if you are in a place and the structures and the systems, they are not allowing you to do what you want to do, the world is a very big place. You can move to other areas. I know that your heart beats for these people and you want to make change. But if it's impossible, or if it's totally impossible for you to make change in the lives of those people, I would advise that you maybe move on or do what you have to do without those people's, without that particular approval or whatever. And if the approval will make it impossible, then please, you have to move on because you've done your best. So don't get stuck on, because they didn't allow me to do this, now I'm not going to do this. World is a very big place. It's a very big playing field. If you're not doing A, you can do B. You cannot serve the population A in location A. You can look for them in another location and serve them there. You don't have to be stuck. So I think that is what I will say. And you said, or you just move on elsewhere to where you get accepted. Absolutely, absolutely. So I hope I've been able to answer the question.
Thank you, ma'am. You are doing justice to the questions. I hope we are taking notes. Whoever asked that question, I'm sure that other people have those kinds of things in mind. We live in a country where, in fact, as I was coming, I saw some, I won't call their names, but they were around, trying to collect bread in different places. It looks like they have, I don't know, but that's what we can see right now. And this bribery thing is everywhere. And like she already said, move to the next one. There's someone else for you to say. You're not a tree. Move. 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 Okay now. Okay now, somebody say okay now. Okay now. Okay now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring the delectable, the amazing. She's my sister, she's my friend. She's at the ball, like I said earlier, so by now you already know what I'm talking about. She's the convener of this epoch-making conference, the Dear Changemakers Conference. She's also the lead facilitator at the Vera Alex Coaching Company. She is a phenomenal person. I've not really seen someone with so much passion for children like Vera. I mean, she's telling about children, I should be crying. I'm like, even my children, I don't cry when I'm talking about it. Like, what kind of passion is that? I'm talking to my children and I'm crying. No, I don't cry. But Vera cries for other people's children. I don't know. So her passion is contagious, and that's why we're all here. That's why speakers have come from all over the world, to honor her invitation, and that's why I'm here as well. So by now you already know who I'm talking about. She is amazing. She is phenomenal. She is a social impact entrepreneur, change maker extraordinaire. She is no other than Vera Alex. Let me see the drum rolls. Let me see. She's standing here. She's not coming. Wait. Let me see the drum rolls. If I don't see drum rolls, she's not coming. Though. Yes. You should hear the music here. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the convener of the Dear Changemakers Conference, Vera Alex. Thank you so much. How is it going, guys? What's happening? I can see the comment section is buzzing. So nice to be here. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for every single person here right now. Everyone that has taken their time to plan this. We've been on this for about, I think 2 months now since the competition. So I feel very privileged. I feel very honored that the speakers decided to honor me by coming. Every single person that has volunteered, that has helped, that's loved up on me, that's called me to make sure that I'm okay. In fact, my friend was asking me today, I hope you're eating, hope you are good. All right, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you for honoring the invitation. Thank you for coming. And I'm just going to share the depth of my heart today. And I'm going to be hoping that you get the best from it. I'm going to be hoping that you get the very, very best from my presentation today, right? So the theme of this program is business or job, an opportunity to change the world. So business or job, an opportunity to change the world. Ali's father heard a gunshot by past 1 a.m. And while it was the brave thing to do to go outside to make sure the neighbors were safe, he had no idea what would come next. His 14-year-old son waited by the porch of their house for his father to come in while he shut the door behind them. As Ali's father walked towards the door, he heard another gunshot close to his ears. But not only did he hear the gunshot, he felt it at his back. Ali, who was standing by the porch, watched his father fall to the floor, and that was how he lost his dad. It was a traumatic experience for Ali. And when Ali finally grew up, he had 2 choices. The first was to avenge his father's death by becoming a gang member himself and threatening other people's families, or to change the narrative presented to him as a child and protect the families around him.
and Lee decided to do the latter. He schooled abroad, learned security, and became a chief security officer, training other people in the field. He went all out to protect families from all kinds of people, especially the ones that took his father away from him. Now we have Kemi. Kemi had the best childhood with no traumas and minimum toxic experiences. She was protected, loved, attended to all her life. Kemi got a job after her master's degree, and she was doing so well as a person. She was envied by her mates and every single person around her. One day she scrolled on Instagram, she stumbled on a post, and it was a story of a young boy in Port Harcourt, a southern area in Nigeria. This boy was not able to pay his school fees. It touched her very deeply, and she decided to ask how much the fees were. It was only 10,000 naira. For a full session, 10,000 naira. She was in shock because, her own growing up experience was different. She decided to sponsor his fees for his whole elementary school. She then began a campaign within her friends to help keep 10 children in school per year. Every time I speak with a potential client and they say, I don't have a painful story, I tell them to look again. Because in a world that is consistently experiencing toxic, there are stories everywhere. Were you here during the Lekki massacre? How did you feel about it? Is that not painful enough? In fact, it's not a story problem that we have in Africa. It's a vision problem. Because there are stories all around, but the issue is you can't see past yourself to solve them. I tried to find statistics of abuse as a whole in Africa, and I was perturbed by my findings. I can tell you the statistics of child abuse, gender-based violence, physical or even sexual abuse, according to UNICEF, but there are no statistics to measure mental and emotional abuse. Because we only stick to reported cases. And half of the people don't even know that they are mentally and emotionally distraught. The definition of abuse is the improper use of something, which means an abuse of anything is actually an abuse of everything, which indirectly affects everything. In Africa, everything is being abused. Everything. The people, the roads, the workers, the employees, the funds, everything is being abused. And since we already know that abuse in itself is toxic, we can see it everywhere. It's in the media, it's in the government, it's in religious centers, it's in schools, even in places that were tagged safe. This means that for every abused person, the percentage of a new cycle of abused people to be birthed is over 50%, which indirectly means that abuse has its own generational legacy. And it was not traumatic does not mean that it was never toxic. The toxic situations just might be worse because it's a silent poison that slowly consumes the totality of the human being. The question then remains, does your community have a change maker in you? Does your community have a change maker in you? A change maker is a person willing to fight for their own sanity and development so that others can benefit from them intentionally. Have you become so consumed with your business or job that you don't see them as an avenue to create change? because your own belly is the goal. I foresee that the coming years of technological wave is going to involve that businesses or companies that will remain relevant in the scheme of things are the ones that have social impact figured out. What is the solution, you might ask, as an employee or an entrepreneur? The question is not what is the solution. The question is who is the solution. You are. You are. How can you help? First, get help. Show up for your own mental and emotional health. Next, help somebody else. Show up for the people in your community. Can you listen? Listen. Can you read? Read. Can you write? Write. Can you sing? Sing. Can you hug? Hug. Can you affirm? Affirm. Can you afford gifts, luxury, food? Give. And situations that are beyond you, partner with organizations that can handle them. Take time to not just teach, but give attention. And one-time events never work. One-time events never work. Interestingly, the opposite of abuse is nurture. Nurture. It means you should do what you can, but do it consistently. Let the community be a part of your family that you show up for consistently to leave a mark. This is our duty as change makers. Who is being intentionally nurtured because you are alive? Which community, which person is being intentionally nurtured because you are here? Here's why this is important. One person might not be able to change the world, but one person can influence a group of people that can change the world. Can you see the vision now? In conclusion, I'm going to sing this song, and I hope it resonates with you. We are the world. We are the children. We are the world to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're changing our own lives. It's true, we'll make a brighter day. Just you and I. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. I think I'm not sounding like an ambulance. Wow. Wow, what was that? One word for that speech by Vera Alex. What? I felt the passion. What? Where do I want to start from? Where? Where is it the story? What was that? One word, I want to say. Emanuela. People are already typing what they learned. Someone says abuse. That one, peace is like, okay, that's Emanuela. Abuse has a generational legacy. Hey, somebody say hey. We focus on generational conflict, but I've never really taken notes of generational legacy or even thought about it that abuse has a ripple effect, just like the way Vera explained it. Like the statistics are alarming. Wow, so we actually abuse everything. And if you abuse one thing, you're abusing everything. I didn't know that before I learned it today. So what did you learn? What did you learn? That was a bombshell. That's what they're saying, Vera. That was a bombshell. Nice singing voice to Vera Alex. Thank you, Vera. Together we can have a generational legacy. That's amazing. She also spoke about being a solution. So can somebody just say, write it there, I am a solution. I am a solution. Let it sing. Let it sing. I think we should listen to this again and again. For me, I was really, I don't know. I was amazed. I was amazed. You know, start. Just start. Start from where you are. Yes, Peace says, I'm a solution. Elizabeth says, I'm a solution. Say it, I'm a solution. I'm not part of the problem. I'm not part of the problem. She said that our belly is our goal. Hey, hey, small now. The bash goes, the fish bash. Vera just shook the table, carried it, and threw away the legs. Our belly is our problem. Our belly is our goal. Waka pass. A change maker is not a waka pass. It's not a, it does not concern me. If everybody minds their business, then who will now do the change? I'm a solution. Thank you very much. Wow, it's been an amazing time here. I've been dancing. DJ Polo. You should have given me the name. I would have won sneakers. Please, do you have questions? Do you have questions? Questions for Vera? Do you have questions? I'm not perfect. Exactly. I refuse to be a problem and a solution. Please, you are extra. You are extra. I can see Elizabeth and Chimubu. I'm not part of the problem. I will not be a part of the problem. By fire, by force. I'm a solution. That's who I am. That's who I am. I love this. I love this. I took notes. I took a lot of notes from this. And I personally will go back and listen, to this again. This has been amazing. Thank you very much, Vera Alex, for putting this together. Do you have questions for Vera? Do we have questions? Okay. No questions for Vera. I'm waiting for the questions. Hey, I should read that. Hey. What's that? Wow, I'm having a wonderful time here. I had no idea it was going to be like this fun because I was coming for a conference. They did not tell me that they were bringing DJ. I love it. I will be involved because I'm a change maker. I love it. Do you have questions? Do you have questions? Okay, so what is that thing you're taking away from Vera Alex's session? She said a lot. So I want to see the comments. She said a lot. She said a lot. So I want to be sure that you heard her. Because it's one thing for you to listen, it's another thing for you to hear. I want to be sure you heard her. I want to be sure you heard her. Vera is a fantastic public speaker. She speaks with her emotions. And that's just a tip for somebody there that wants to be able to stop speaking. The emotions. Don't look for emotions in the house when you're speaking. I felt the passion. I felt it. In fact, now I don't want to go and be what's that thing that she's saying? You know your team? Let me try you. I felt it. I felt it. Seriously. All you need is your heart. You just need your heart. Let your heart take you forward. And for someone that is asking, how can I start with everything they have said? Ask yourself, what will happen if I don't start? That can be a game changer for you. She gave us numbers. I think 10 billion or how many billion people she mentioned. If you do nothing about that, you're increasing the number. And as Ibiro said, even if it's only one person you reduce from that number, it's something. It's something. That person will remember you for life. That person will remember you. Let me share a story. I'm not going to share today an experience. So I do telesales as part of the things that I do. And I cannot waste my experience from MTN and everything, and I'm also a public speaker, and I know how to sell markets, so I put all those things together, and I do telesales for people. So if you want telesales, I sell your market on the phone. So when I called someone one day, she said she was sounding very down, and I was like, "What's wrong?" I called to market, she was standing there. I was like, "What's wrong?" She said she's going for a surgery. And I said, "Surgery? Do you mind sharing?" And she said she shared it, and she said she's going for the surgery as in after our call. I said, "Please, I'm sorry. I know this is a conference and it's not a Christian program, so to speak, but this is what happens. I'm sharing my experience." I said, "Can I pray with you?" And she said, "Sure." And I prayed with her. I told her you will come out, nothing will happen to you. You will need to be speedy. Do you know that she went for the surgery, she finished the surgery, and she registered for the course? I was doing my business, right? It's business or job, an opportunity to change the world. I don't have to share that here. Some of us are so concerned and focused on the business like this. You can't even see someone that needs your help. You call someone, you cannot even speak from the person's voice that the person is not okay. Because you want to sell market. No now, no now, no. We can do better. We are change makers. I could go on and on. Look, you are impacting someone's life, whether you know it or not. The people are not coming to tell you nothing that you're not impacted by your life. Just keep doing what you're doing. You have a social media page, post. You have WhatsApp status, post. Even if it's just 5 people, okay, I want to impact 5 people. People will come. Just start from where you are. I don't know who that was for, but you need to understand this, that your business, your job, like Vera said, is an opportunity to change the world. Stop being so focused. Because trust me, the people, the relationships like Veronica mentioned, you build them also on your business and job. Yes. You can't say, okay, when I'm done my business, I'll be. No, it's side by side. Who is in the business? It's not people. Who is in the job? It's not people. So you don't be a human being. Be a change maker in your office. Be a change maker in your house. Be a change maker in your church. A change maker in the market, everywhere. Don't keep change maker in the house and go out and come back and pick it up. No. Let them know you start putting it. In fact, go to your Instagram bio and change your name. Change maker this. Loud this with your good chance. Because look, it's not because darkness is more than light, it's because light has refused to shine. Shine your light and drive those whatever. Drive them away with your light. That's who you are. You're a change maker. Be bold. Be bold. Do we have more questions? Do we have more questions? Crew? Do we have more questions? Emanuela says, I've always thought I couldn't effect any change because of my own past. But today I'm taking my life in my hands, healing myself, and going out to heal others. I'm a solution. I'm not damaged. That's more like it. Drum roll for Emanuela. That is it. Your past should not define you. Your mistakes are not you. Stop existing. Start living. Live again. Why are you alive? To count the days? No, to make the days count. Live again. Forget the mistake. Now, from now, start counting and live again. All right? All right, we have more comments. What is that thing that you learned from Vera Alex's session? What is that one thing that you are taking away? There's so many things. Abuse. No, she said nobody has the statistics for mental and emotional abuse. Vera, I did not want us. Seriously, I was very impacted by that because I've also been a victim of abuse. Yeah, I have. And today I'm standing here today to shout like this. Then I say you not live again. Live again. Me, I'm living again. I'm listening. I'm for example, I'm here. I was severely abused, emotionally, physically, everything. What other are we looking for? I was also a shadow of myself. I also lost my sense of self-worth. But I picked myself up, just said myself, I've moved on. Yes, you can cry. But when you cry, what next? What next? When you cry, we all cry, oh. We all cry. Like, come and ask her now, she'll tell you that some days, I told you she cries for children. We all cry. But after the crying, what next? What next? Dust yourself up. Do like this. And move. Keep moving no matter what. Don't ever stop. Emanuela, elbow cuff, elbow cuff, elbow cuff. I think that is supposed to be a smiley, but if it's smiley, I tried to show us the name of the smiley. Elbow cuff. I can see heal and impact. Yeah, that's for you. Yes, thank you, Pete. Emanuela, we love you on behalf of the Vera Alex Coaching Company, and we're rooting for you. Live again. Doesn't matter what happened before. Start now. Be that change. You are a solution. Yes, you are not damaged. Please said, carry yourself off. Manala says, no one will do it for you. After crying, we move. Exactly. Cry. Don't do as if you are too strong. Cry. But when you cry, when you're done, we move. All right? All right. Okay, so I want to bring Vera on to also say something again. Please hold on. Someone says change making does not have to be huge. The little you are able to have is something exactly. Vera.
All right, guys. We have. Thank you for such. Thank you for the love. Thank you for all of it. I really appreciate you. We have. Um, we have discounts, yes, on all our programs. I think we're doing two now. We're not going to be doing the rest of them, but two major programs that you would need. We're doing huge discounts on them, right? So I want you to head over to the link that we posted on the chat board, chat session, right? Go ahead, register for them, join in the programs, and let's see you on the other side. I want to work with you. We have such, in fact, the benefits that you stand to get being featured as a TV person, being interviewed, all of it, everything that you need and want as a change maker, you would find using the link on that bio. If I promised you a bonus report today, I think I promised one person a bonus report today, then you should chat me up privately because you were supposed to pay before today. We did a huge discount. But anyway, you can go on the link. I think my team member has posted that, so you can register, get in any of the programs, love upon yourself by doing that, invest in you. Nobody can do change making like you can, right? So nice to have you guys here. Well, waiting, we have a short amount of time. I think we have about 10 to 15 minutes more, and then we're just going to hold on for a bit. I was going to ask who has questions for me directly. I really want to answer questions. If you have questions on your ideas for change making, on the things that I mentioned today, just ask me. The challenges that you are going through as regards change making, ask me. Talk to me. Let's trash it out right now. Right? Ask me. Look over the speech I did, that Dotun did, that Birunke did, and ask your questions. We're here for you. We came for you. Right? We came for you. So I want you to ask questions. Ask as much questions as you can ask. Let's answer them. Let's love upon you by giving you the solutions that you so desperately need. And I mean, you can dance while you're trying to ask. So waiting for our last speaker. She's having a bit of challenge getting here. Okay. Which of the questions? Listen, what you say? Yes. Emmanuel, your question was already answered. Yes, it was. Weren't you here? Everyone get a fantastic job answering that question. So we should definitely go back to listen. So maybe you were left for a short bit. Any more questions? Any more questions? We have very short amount of time. I like to keep to time when it comes to events, so I don't bore you and you don't stay here for too long. I know how it is with Africans and their data. Okay, so I have to put that into consideration as well. Questions, 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 questions. Thoughts. Just put it all out here. Please accept this offering. I present my heart to accept. Coming back to you, with my head lifted high. question has been answered, just go back to check it. Somebody said, why? I'm looking for the question. A second. Why are the speakers relating? Why am I not seeing the question again? Okay. Why are most of the speakers relating change making to social change mainly? Change making is social. Anything change making is community. Anything again. I want to be sure I got the question right. Why are most of the speakers relating change making to social change mainly? Stanley, I saw what you said about technology. You can make change in the technological space. Yes. And it's still called social. Anything you're doing for the world, for the people, is social. It's called social. It's humanity. That's what you call social impact. Impact generally is social. Okay? So I hope that answers your question. What other question do we have? Please skip through the comments. Are there any more questions on there? Your love is so amazing. Your love is unconditional. You guys need to say like a big thank to my team. These guys are amazing. They're excellent at what they do. You guys know I love excellence. My team are, oh my god, off the top. Okay, so Imanela says she asked another question on the video. Should we check that? We need to check that. Is it another question? Barbara says, I honestly have no questions. Thanks for the session. Okay, all right. At the end of the day, let's go. Almost done. We should be done in the next 20 minutes. Literally in the next 20 minutes.
All right. Yes, we're still here, and our speakers are still here. And right about now, it's time to present a very special award to one of our phenomenal speakers. He is, you already know, the unconventional thinker. He was the one that gave us the consultant vibe. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And right about now, I'm about to invite Vera Alex, the convener of this wonderful Dear Changemaker Conference, to give this award to our phenomenal Dr. Salam. Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Hope we're not tired. Let's do the drum rolls. Thank you very much, Dr. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah. In recognition of your contribution, to the Change Makers Conference. Thank you. Yes. For a while now, because I got confused with funding issues. Okay, someone has a question again. Well, if my questions were already answered, then that's fine. Toby says for a while now, because I get confused with funding others. Funding issues. Okay. Brad, do you want to take that?
Yes, What exactly is your question on funding? Talk to me. Emanuela, here's the thing. Your questions have been answered. All you need to do is just go back after we're done with the event. So just go back and then you see where Ibirunke did a fantastic job answering your questions, right? Toby, I need you to be, Martha, I need you to be very specific. What exactly about funding issues do you have questions about? What is your issue about funding? I need your exact issue. I'm just waiting for Toby to give us what her thoughts are, and we can wrap this up. Questions. So Martha did not give a specific answer to me because I really do not know the funding issues you are talking about. We have one more person. They're supposed to give us like a 5-minute speech. She's fantastic. She's almost here, and let's just hold up till we get to her. Just one more person, and then it's the wrap.
All right, DJ Paulo. At this point, let's just be dancing. Okay, we'll do that. Well done. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Great job, Coach V. Yes. She's amazing. She's super amazing. Hey, taking us to Ibokwenu. Do we have people in the house? They follow and enter the boy. I speak to you also. Hey, give me a touch. Come on. Hey. Give me a touch from my back. Thank you. I want to dance. Hey. Happy New Month, everyone on this live stream. Happy New Month, dear change makers. This is the new month. Let's dance. Hey. I hope you can hear the music, but what's wrong with you guys? Why can't you just be calm? Hey. Hey. speaker is almost here. But we start to take a break by dancing. Stretch your legs, stretch your legs. It's a good time for you to stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Hey! 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 Come on, come on. Hey, hey. Who else is excited to be the second half of the year? I am, trust me. Hey. I'm super excited. Hey, 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 hey. Yes, so Tommy says, Happy New Month. He says, I wish you can say my own speech. I will do for you. I will do for this thing. This thing that wish you can dance for them. I will do for you, but I love your energy. Go, girl. Go, girl. Energy is the new currency. Energy is the new currency. I tell you. Energy. Never let anything take your energy away. A change maker needs their energy on point. All the time. Yes. Say no to negative energy. Positive vibes only. Negative energy will not help you as a change maker. Find what makes you happy. Music, whatever. Do it side by side with your change making. Otherwise, hey. Hey! DJ Paulo on the beat! Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a ball here! Hey! You should not finish. Oh. Yes, so business, positive energy only. Yes, so. Hey, DJ Paulo. On the wings of steel. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make welcome. Please welcome ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Did I too? I started to leave. Manila, you can know that. Don't worry, go for private. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrate as we go to the dance floor. Out of here. I really love her. So long. And she's amazing. So she was born for this one. All right. So I would like to present an award to Informe, the dancer. So I'm going to present an award to Informe for just choosing to honor this and being a part of it, a major part of this. It's exciting. I'm gonna lie. I'm sure you guys no, you are my MC. No, you're my MC. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Who's putting on your? Hey! Wow! Thank you very much. Just a making forward day.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh my God, my friend said her police are starting to think she's crazy. I like it. I like the energy. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you. I'll keep talking to you, chatting with you. My team members are going to keep being on the emails, knocking up with you. I will come in once I can. I go out once I can. Please go send me weird messages, right? I get those kinds of messages a lot. Just send those to me, please. All right. So thank you so much for being here once again. I think our winners for today for cash prizes, team members. Who should be the winner for this? Any comment? You were more on this. I think it's Emanuela. Yes. Who should win this? Emanuela, please go. We're not giving please. Because she's the one beside you. Yes, that's it. I was just helping. Okay. So who else? Who else? Emanuela and who else? Toby Magda, I sure know. She didn't contribute. There was somebody that did contributed as well. Yes, I think it was John or Shikar, yes. Well, please, but I know that Emanuela is part of that because she was here heavily, right? So you're going to get a cash prize from me. Send me your account details. You guys need to pay for the cost. Like you can send Emanuela. I'm looking at you with 35G. You've been sending me messages about the courses, and I'm so glad you're going to get your opportunity to take it. So I'm going to send you your money, send me your account details. I will scroll through the comments again and see one more time that I was really angry. I love you guys so much. I am praying for you every single time I get the chance. And thank you for being a part of this. I love you. If you were here, probably do like a general photograph picture. Yes. Love you guys so much. You can start to log out now. I'll see you guys later. And the last person, Malala is here. I love you so much. All the way from the US. Let's put together a hand for Malala. Okay. So I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for all of it. I was going to say something finally. Yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all. You guys let's take a picture. Let's do a general picture. Thank you, team members online. You guys from the UK, Jamaica, Lagos, Ibadan. All of you that came out to help online also this whole program. I want to say thank you. The mentors that are going to be mentoring, thank you. Yes, change makers that applied for the grant. You guys, I'm seeing you guys too. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye guys. Alright guys, bye now. Wait, hold on. Oh, before we go, there's something I'm gonna say. Our last speaker is supposed to have her speech, so she's still going to do it, and then I'll send you guys the email once we get the video out, right? So we'll upload it here as well on YouTube so that you guys can watch it. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Thank you for the speakers for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can end it now. I feel like